Hey, James. I was just thinking about affiliate marketing, and it just feels like everyone's kind of doing the same old thing, doesn't it? Like the same advice, the same strategies. It's a bit predictable, I guess.
Absolutely, Emma. Absolutely. And that's precisely why we're here today, isn't it? We're diving deep into affiliate alchemy. It's about finding those unconventional growth hacks, the ones that truly set you apart. Because let's be honest, the vanilla approaches, they only get you so far now, don't they? The competition's fierce, so you've got to think a bit differently, a bit outside the box.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's like you scroll through social media or you read some blogs, and it's the same. Start a blog, run some ads, pick a popular product. And it's not bad advice, but it's not exactly groundbreaking, is it? So when you say unconventional, what are we like really talking about here? Because that sounds exciting.
Oh, it's absolutely exciting, Emma. We're talking about everything from completely rethinking your mindset around how you approach this game, all the way to discovering niches no one else is even looking at, right? And then we're delving into traffic generation methods that aren't just your typical run-of-the-mill stuff. Plus, really getting into the nitty-gritty of human psychology for conversions. It's about building a truly sustainable long-term business, not just, chasing the latest shiny object.
Okay, mindset reframing first. That's interesting. Most people jump straight to tactics, right? What kind of mindset shifts are we talking about that are like foundational for this unconventional approach?
Brilliant question, Emma. See, most beginners and even some seasoned pros, they jump in with this short-term get-rich-quick mentality, yeah? They're looking for the quick buck, the easy win. But that's a losing game, honestly. The first mindset shift is moving from that transactional thinking to relationship thinking. You're not just selling a product, you're building trust, you're providing genuine value to an audience.
Okay. So it's not just about the commission, it's about like serving your audience first. That makes sense. But how does that actually translate into an unconventional strategy? Because I mean, everyone says provide value, right? What's the twist?
The twist, the real alchemy here, is seeing yourself as a solution provider, not just a marketer. It's about really understanding the pain points, the deep desires of a specific group, and then curating solutions for them, even if it means recommending multiple products or even things that don't directly give you an affiliate commission in the immediate term. It builds immense goodwill, you see, and that goodwill, that's your long-term asset. It's about playing the long game, not the sprint. It also means being comfortable with experimentation, with trying things that might fail, because those failures are where the real learning, the real unconventional insights come from. It's not about following a rigid path.
That's a really good point. So once you've got that mindset, what about finding those overlooked niches? Because, everyone's always telling you to go for things like weight loss or make money online, but those are so saturated. How do you, like, actually find these hidden gems?
Exactly, Emma. You hit the nail on the head. The trick isn't to go for the biggest pie, it's to find a small, hungry slice that no one else is really serving properly, right? One unconventional approach is to look at micro niches within niches. So instead of gaming, you might go for retro arcade cabinet restoration or speedrunning obscure indie games. It's incredibly specific, but the audience there is passionate, incredibly engaged, and usually underserved.
Oh, wow, that's super specific. Like left-handed guitar players or people who love vintage typewriters. So how do you even like research those? Do you just stumble upon them or is there a method?
There absolutely is a method. You're not just stumbling, you're digging. Think about communities, right? Forums, Reddit subreddits, Facebook groups around very specific hobbies or problems. What are people passionately discussing? What unique problems are they facing that mainstream solutions aren't addressing? Look for obscure magazines, specialist online shops,
Even look at product reviews for very niche products and see what people are complaining about, what they wish existed. Often, those complaints reveal an unmet need, a potential goldmine. And you're not just looking for a topic, you're looking for a group of people who are already self-identifying with a very specific interest or problem. That's key, isn't it? That existing desire.
Okay, that's fascinating for niches. But once you have that niche, how do you actually get traffic to it without, like, just dumping money into Google ads or constantly posting on Instagram? Because that's what everyone does, and it just feels like shouting into a void sometimes, you know?
Precisely, Emma, precisely. And that's where we really start to get unconventional. Forget the shouting, right? One powerful yet often overlooked strategy is tapping into dark social. I mean, it's not nefarious, but it refers to traffic that comes from private channels, messaging apps like WhatsApp, Telegram groups, private Slack communities. People share links there because they trust the source, their friend, their colleague. So your strategy shifts from broad broadcasting to enabling and encouraging sharing within these trusted circles.
Dark social, huh? That's a cool name for it. So, how do you even get your stuff into those private channels without being like spammy? Because that's the last thing you want to be, right?
Exactly, the absolute last thing. The key isn't to blast your links, it's to create content so valuable, so specific to that niche's needs that people want to share it. Think about building micro-influencer relationships within those groups. Instead of chasing celebrity influencers, identify active, trusted members in those niche Telegram groups or Discord servers. Offer them exclusive early access to your content, or even collaborate on a piece. They become your trusted advocates. Another angle is leveraging forums like Reddit, but not just dropping links. You become a genuine contributor, answer questions, participate in discussions, and then, very occasionally, when it's genuinely relevant and helpful, share a resource you've created. It's about earning the right to be there. Do you know what I mean?
That makes so much sense. So it's about being an actual part of the community, not just like a drive-by marketer. Are there any other unconventional traffic ideas that are maybe less about private groups and more about, well, other underutilized platforms?
Oh, absolutely, Emma. Think about platforms like Quora or even specialized communities on LinkedIn. People go to Quora specifically to ask questions and find answers. If you can consistently provide genuinely helpful, well-researched answers in your niche, and then subtly, organically link to your resource or the affiliate product as part of a comprehensive answer, that's incredibly powerful. You're catching people exactly when they're looking for solutions.
Oh, that's smart, because they're already like in problem-solving mode. What about something like micro podcasts or newsletters for those super niche topics? Could that be a way to generate traffic that's like not super mainstream?
You're bang on the money there, Emma. Niche podcasts, especially short-form, daily ones, or highly specialized newsletters, these are fantastic. They build an incredibly loyal, engaged audience. With a micro podcast, you're not aiming for millions of listeners. You're aiming for a few hundred or a few thousand highly dedicated individuals in that very specific niche. They'll tune in daily, they'll trust you, and when you recommend an affiliate product, it carries real weight. Same with a newsletter. It's an intimate connection. And these platforms, they might seem small compared to Google or Facebook, but for a niche audience, they are, well, they're everything, aren't they? And the competition for attention is far, far lower. It's about being a big fish in a small but very hungry pond.
Okay, so we've got the mindset, we've found our niche, we're generating traffic in cool new ways. Now, conversion. This is where a lot of people just go for the hard sell, right? What are some advanced conversion psychology tactics that are like less in your face but still super effective?
Spot on, Emma. The hard sell is, well, it's a turn-off, isn't it? Especially in the long run. One powerful yet often underused psychological trigger is social proof without the hype. Instead of just showing 5-star reviews, which everyone does,
Try showcasing transformation stories or user-generated content that organically demonstrates the product's impact. Maybe it's a short video from a user showing their before and after journey, or a genuine comment from a forum that you've got permission to share. It feels far more authentic than a generic testimonial banner.
Oh, I really like that. So it's not just saying this product is great, it's showing how it actually changes someone's life, even in a small way. Are there any other, subtle psychological nudges that you find really effective, especially for these niche audiences?
Absolutely. Consider loss aversion, but in a positive, helpful way. Instead of saying, buy this now or miss out, you frame it as, if you don't address X problem with Y solution, here's what you're potentially missing out on in terms of benefits or avoiding future pain. It's not manipulative, it's about clarifying the cost of inaction. Another one is reciprocity. If you're giving away incredibly valuable free resources, a detailed guide, a mini course, a unique tool, before ever asking for a sale, people feel a natural inclination to reciprocate. Do you know what I mean? They're more likely to trust your recommendations when they eventually come. It's about building that trust account first.
Reciprocity makes so much sense. It's like you build up that goodwill first. What about personalizing the conversion experience for these niche audiences? Does that play a big role in, advanced psychology?
Oh, it's absolutely vital, Emma. Forget generic landing pages. For these niche audiences, personalization at scale is a game changer. This means tailoring your recommendations, your content, even the language you use to perfectly match the specific subsegment within your niche. If your niche is vintage typewriters, are you talking to a collector who wants display pieces or someone who actually writes on them? The product recommendation and the framing of its benefits would be completely different, wouldn't they? Use micro-segmentation in your email lists or even on your website with dynamic content.
Wow, so it's not just one message for everyone. It's like understanding their specific need within that niche and talking directly to that. That sounds like a lot of work, but super effective.
It requires a bit more effort up front, yes, but the conversion rates are significantly higher because you're addressing their precise needs and desires. Another subtle yet powerful conversion angle is authority through deep dives. Instead of just listing features, produce incredibly in-depth reviews, comparisons, or tutorials that clearly demonstrate your expertise with the product. When you show you truly understand the intricacies and nuances, your recommendation carries immense weight. You become the go-to expert in their eyes, and that's incredibly persuasive, isn't it? It transcends mere marketing. It becomes trusted advice. And that's really the holy grail for conversions, is having that trust.
Okay, James, so we've got the sales happening, which is great, but how do you make sure this isn't just a one-off thing? How do you build something that actually lasts, not just, a flash in the pan?
Spot on, Emma. The real alchemy, the real long-term game, is in asset building. And I don't mean just building a website. We're talking about things that give you leverage and control, that aren't reliant on algorithms or a single platform. The absolute cornerstone? An email list. But not just any email list, a highly segmented, engaged list of your niche audience. This is your direct line to them, free from social media's whims. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. Email lists feel so old school sometimes, but I guess they're like owning your own property in the digital world, right? So besides email, what else counts as a really strong long-term asset in this context?
Precisely. It's your digital real estate. Another massive asset is building your own community. This could be a private Discord server, a paid membership forum, or even a very active, moderated Facebook group dedicated to your niche. This creates a place where your audience can interact with each other, share experiences, and feel a deeper connection, not just to your content, but to the collective. You become the facilitator, the hub. Your brand, your reputation, your authority, these are also massive assets that compound over time. Every piece of genuinely helpful content you create, every positive interaction, it all adds to that brand equity. And that's something no algorithm can ever take away from you, is it?
I really love that idea of building a community. It feels so much more like human, but how do you scale all of this without becoming like some massive corporation or worse, just losing that personal touch and, being seen as spammy? Because ethical scaling sounds important.
It's absolutely paramount, Emma. Ethical scaling is about growing smart, not just big. One key is to automate judiciously. You can use tools for email sequences, for content scheduling, but the key is to ensure the core value delivery remains human and authentic. For instance, when your community grows, don't just rely on bots, empower trusted members to help moderate, creating a sense of shared ownership. You're scaling your influence, not necessarily your day-to-day workload on every single interaction.
So it's like delegating trust instead of just delegating tasks, almost. That's an interesting way to put it. And how do you maintain that ethical standard, especially if you're like getting more offers from companies to promote their stuff?
Exactly. You're empowering your community. As for maintaining ethical standards, it's non-negotiable, honestly. Only promote products you genuinely believe in, that you'd use yourself, and that truly serve your niche. Don't chase every high commission offer. Be transparent about your affiliate relationships, always. Your reputation is your most valuable asset, and once that's tarnished, it's incredibly difficult to get back. So scaling ethically means maintaining that integrity, even when it might mean saying no to a lucrative offer. It's about knowing your audience, knowing your values, and sticking to them. It also involves, actively seeking out affiliate products that genuinely align with your audience's long-term success, rather than just what's popular or pays the most. It's a continuous, conscious effort to always put your audience first,
Wow, James, this has been so eye-opening. I mean, it's completely different from what I usually hear about affiliate marketing. So, for someone listening right now who's feeling inspired by all this unconventional talk, what's like the very first actionable alchemy step they should take?
Brilliant question to wrap up, Emma. The first step, really, is to go back to that mindset. Take an honest look at your current approach. Are you playing the short game or the long game? Are you genuinely seeking to provide value or just chasing commissions? And then, once you've had that honest conversation with yourself, start digging for that overlooked niche. Don't go for the obvious. Spend a good few days just exploring forums, Reddit, specialized groups. Listen to the conversations happening in those deep corners of the internet.
Okay, so self-reflection and then like deep dive into niche research. That makes sense. It's about building that strong foundation before you start building the house, right?
Absolutely. It's all about the foundations. And don't be afraid to experiment. These unconventional hacks aren't always immediately obvious, and they won't always work perfectly the first time. But that's where the learning happens. That's where you find your unique edge, your alchemy. So start small, iterate, and always keep your audience's best interests at heart. That's the secret sauce, really. And if you do that, you'll find that your growth isn't just effective, it's also incredibly sustainable and far more rewarding, isn't it? It truly transforms your affiliate game.